and welcome. I'm so glad you're here. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. If you're a new viewer, welcome. Thanks for checking out my channel. I'm Melissa Brooks and I do mindfulness for busy people. I'm a 200-hour certified yoga instructor. And today we're going to be doing a brief chair yoga session. This routine could be perfect if you're on lunch at the office, you need a little bit of a break. Perhaps if your mobility is not so great, you want something that's a little more accessible for you, or it's just the end of the day and you're tired. I get that too. So this is perfect for you if this resonates with you. So welcome and let's get right into it. We're going to start off making sure that we're comfortably seated in our chair, that our sitting bones are secure, stable, rooted into the chair. We feel secure. Our feet are planted on the ground. We feel stable. Let's take a moment to ground ourselves. Putting the hands on the thighs and taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Nothing else to do but yoga, isn't that great? Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Sigh always kind of helps too with stress relief. And a deep breath in. And deep breath out. Now let's take the neck and the shoulder and move the left ear to the left shoulder. A little stretch. Feel a nice stretch and elongation on the right side. It's really good if you've been sitting at your desk, hunched over by a computer. Does that sound familiar? And up to center. Other side. Right ear to right shoulder. Ooh, I feel that today. This is probably very good. I'm glad we're doing this together. And back to center. Let's tip the head down. And gently tip the head up. Very good, and back to center. Now let's get a bit of a side body stretch going. You can leave your right hand on your thigh if you'd like, or you can put it down on the side of your chair if that feels more secure. But we'll take the left arm and bring it up and over. For a nice side body stretch, when you're doing this, keep the core engaged. It's very important to keep the core engaged. Left shoulder back, left arm extended, fingertips, so that you can feel the energy going from your sitting bones out to your fingertips. And float the arm down, and we'll do the same but on the right side. So right arm up and over, shoulder back, core firm, and bring it back down. Very good. Now we're going to do some Gomukhasana arms. So what we'll do is we'll take our right arm, bring it up and over like we're patting ourselves on the back, because sometimes you just got to do that for yourself. Left arm behind you, and as you can, try to connect the fingertips, the hands. If you can't. Do the best you can. If you can, that's great. Spine long, you feel a nice long extension from the sitting bones to the top of the head, almost like you can imagine that there's a string coming out of the top of your head and pulling you up. It's the way I always like to imagine it. And if you want, you can stay here. And if you'd like a little bit more, make sure your feet are nicely, firmly planted on the ground. Extend your chest up. Lift up out of your hips, extend from the hips, nice long spine over the legs. And back up. Very good, and we'll do the same on the other side. So left arm up and over, right arm under and back. Come as close as you can with the fingertips. If you stay here, that's perfectly fine. And if you'd like a little bit more, lift up, hinge at the hips, lead with the heart, and over the legs you go. and breathe. And back up. Nice long spine. Very good. Arms down. And this is feeling better already. At this point, we'll do a nice simple seated twist. We'll take the hands to prayer position at the heart center. Rotate towards the right and take your left tricep and just rest it on to the right thigh just beside the knee. And give a little twist. If you want, you can look over your right shoulder. Breathe. And slowly back to center. And back to heart center prayer position. Do the same on the other side. So right tricep to left knee, thigh. And twist. I'll try to keep the chest open. Not gonna collapse into the pose in any way. Stay nice and strong. Look over the left shoulder. Breathe. Don't forget to breathe. And back to center. Very good. Now we're going to do a high lunge equivalent, but a seated high lunge. This is a little bit more accessible, maybe a little more practical at the office, depending on how you're feeling. So we're going to swivel to the left, stack the left knee over top of the left ankle. Be nice and firm in the core. We don't want to be like collapsing in any way in the back. Keep the core nice and firm, the right leg nice and firm as well. And then arms up. And down, shoulders away from your ears, shoulder blades down your back. If you like, you can stay here, or I always love to do angel wings. We can angel wing it out. It opens up the chest. You feel some nice strengthening going on in the shoulder blades, which is really good. Breathe. And back up. And back to center. And then we'll do the same on the other side. Swivel to the right. Right knee over right heel. Left leg extends back. Nice and strong. We want to stay strong in this pose. Strong in the thighs, strong in the back leg, strong in the core. Arms up, overhead. You can either stay here or let's show off the angels that we are. And do a little strengthening of the shoulder blades while we're at it. Nice and strong. Breathe, and then arms up. Back to center. Very good. And now we'll do a figure four stretch. Stretch out those hips a little bit. So take the right shin and put it on top of the left thigh. Nice and long in the spine, crown to the sky. Strengthen the core. And if you want, you can stay here and breathe. If this is enough of a stretch for you, that's totally cool. If you'd like a little bit more, we're going to lengthen up through the crown, open up the chest, hinge at the hips, and go over the legs. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Can you feel that? Whew. I can feel that. It's good. And breathe into the stretch. A nice long spine as you go back up to a seated position. Both feet on the floor. We're going to now take the right shin, cross the right shin ankle over top of the right thigh. Just say right, I meant left. Left over right. Lengthen up through the spine. If you're liking this, stay here. There's nothing wrong with that. If you want a little bit more, you know what to do. You lengthen up through the crown. Open up the shoulders, open up the chest, hinge at the hips, and drape over the legs. And breathe into that nice stretch in your left thigh. And lengthen and up you go. felt good. Okay. And then we'll plant both of our feet on the ground. Raise the arms up. And then swan dive over the legs. Give yourself a nice hug. You want to rock back and forth just a little bit if it's comforting for you. Go for it. No one's looking. I won't tell. Sometimes it's just nice to have a hug in the middle of the day. And then slowly roll up, vertebra by vertebra, into seated position. There we go. Feet firmly on the floor. Shoulder blades down your back. Shoulders away from the ears. No one's relaxed like this. Don't do that. If you'd like, you can put your hands and gently rest them on your thighs. And if you'd like to and you're comfortable, you could always close your eyes and relax into the moment and absorb the benefits of the practice. And breathe. And if you're at work, you might want to take this moment to thank yourself for employment, whether you love it, don't love it. Having a job is always a blessing. And you might visualize for yourself what you want to accomplish or how you want to feel at the end of the day. If you're just otherwise taking a break in your day or need a little bit of a gentle stretch, now might be a great time to thank your body for carrying you through the day. Thank yourself for taking the time out to do something kind for yourself. And maybe envision how you'd like the rest of your day to be, how you want to feel at the end of the day. And with that, you can gently open up your eyes if your eyes were closed. Let's take a deep breath in together. And float the arms down to prayer position. Thank you so much for joining me today and for doing something kind for yourself. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing. Thanks for being here. Namaste.